It is dangerous for young men to get married. They do not know what they're signing up for. No woman is a guarantee.
Hey, this is Raulh of Please Act Right. Unfortunately, she's absolutely right. It's too dangerous for men to get married nowadays. And in this video, I'm going to show you how a lot of these women are so fickle in their thinking that they themselves prove how dangerous it is for men to get married. And most of them, they already know they're the problem.
Siri, why am I single?
Maybe if you'd stop being a stupid and reply to the people that actually show interest in you instead of chasing someone that you know is gonna break your heart.
Okay.
See what I mean? If she can make a video stating that she's running after men that don't want her, she already knows that she's the reason why she's single. But do you think she's going to make a correction? Of course not.
I am 41 years old, single, without kids, living in a van outside my mom's house. But I'm on the next chapter of my life. I'm currently building a tiny home next door, like literally next door to my mom. This is my tiny home I'm building, and it's literally next door to my mom's house. This is my mom. Mom, you happy that I'm moving next door?
Yeah.
Her mother said, yeah, right. So much to unpack here. First of all, take a good look at this young lady. Do you think maybe she's had her fair share of attention from men? Of course she has. Now, what did the young lady in the video just before this one show us?
Siri, why am I single?
Maybe if you'd stop being a stupid and reply to the people that actually show interest in you instead of chasing someone that you know is gonna break your heart.
Okay.
Somehow I get the feeling that's the exact same thing this beautiful 41-year-old young lady has been doing. And her mother probably knows it. That's why she's not too happy about her moving on her property. So young lady, if you're gonna live on your mother's land, then your mother needs to look out the window and see you behind a lawnmower cutting them weeds down on the regular. Remember fellas, if she's over 30 years old, heterosexual, and pretty but single, there's a guy somewhere who got sick of her shit.
Why are you single? Or why
Damn,
are
you 35 with no kids?
with no kids? That's a red flag
That's
for
a red
me.
flag. Sorry.
I'm not gonna
35,
lie.
No kids, red flag. If you was with somebody for 5 years, you have no kids. Like those are red
those
flags
are red
for
flags.
women.
No, if a man was really trying to
Conversation.
wait until marriage and stuff,
Yeah.
I would know that off of your
A real
with the way
conversation,
that
so
you
what?
moved in the past. Like, you're not just gonna be fucking the whole
35,
city and then
36.
talking about, oh, I was waiting to get no.
To have a
nigga.
kid, you was in a relationship for 5 years and you ain't have no kid.
That's
with
a
this
problem.
lady and
Why
you're
are you
35?
nutting
That's
at people
crazy.
and just making them get? That means you have no sense of commitment
No,
at all.
At all.
I'm scared of you. A 40-year-old. He told me he ain't have no
Has
kids.
no
I said,
kids.
You ever been married? No.
That's a red
Scared of
flag.
you.
What's wrong with you?
I'm scared of you.
Because
Scared of
that
you.
means there's more to the story. That means
Yeah.
either one, you have commitment issues. Two, you probably got anger issues just off the
Yeah.
top. There's something mentally wrong with you. Like, you have certain things that you gotta figure out. You're 40 years old without no kids,
No type
without
of commitment,
no commitment,
no
never been
long-term,
married, never been
like, that's
engaged.
crazy.
That's wild.
You see how backwards thinking this generation of women are? Notice everything they said about a man 30 years old or older having no children was negative. They say it's scary for a man over 30 years old not to have any kids. No, it's scary that you think a man over 30 years old with no kids is a red flag. Now, I'll let a man respond so we can see the difference between men and women of this generation and the way they think.
A man over the age of 30 years old who's single with no kids is a big red flag. Fellas, please listen to me. Any woman who says that is a red flag, and please walk the other way. Number one, that means that a man is practicing safe sex. That's first and foremost, right? Number two, that means that man is focused in on his career, right? Number three, it can mean that he's focused in on being financially fit, right? And building great financial habits for himself, and that he's focusing in on himself spiritually before he decides to involve himself into any sort of commitment. And by the way, that's talking about a committed man. Now, obviously there are men out here who are just clear red flags and they're trying to dodge commitment. But for those that have their head on straight, you can't make a statement of that nature and then have men reading this and saying to themselves, oh, I don't feel like I'm enough because I'm deciding to wait on myself.
See the difference in the way men and women think? Oh, and one more thing, young ladies. You might want to take this into consideration.
Red flags you should never ignore. A man with too many baby mamas, that means he don't wear no condom. And he didn't marry neither one of them baby mamas. And you think he gonna marry you?
Get the picture, ladies? Y'all better wake up. Now, remember the conversation about no coffee dates? I told you guys, If she says no to a coffee date, she really doesn't like you. And here's a woman proving my point.
What are some red flags that we as women have that men should look out for?
If a woman really like you, she'll go to McDonald's with you. She will.
Fact.
When a woman like you, it's unquestionable. She will hang on for your last words. She likes you. She's gonna adjust to whatever. So when a woman is not showing you the interest, that's the red flag right there. She's not trying to see you. She's not calling you throughout the day. She's not making an effort to prioritize you. Red flag. Because when someone like you, they show it. Pay attention to how she treats you.
See, I told you. And that's coming from an older, mature woman. If she likes you, she'll go anywhere with you, including McDonald's.
The other red flag is she's always feeling that you missed the pay. Every conversation, my bills, she always got a problem. Those are red flags. This broke, I can't deal with this. Red flags. Stop trying to be Mr. Save Her. Because most of the time, a woman that's conscious of liking you don't want you to know she has a financial problem.
If she really likes you, she doesn't want you to know she has financial problems. Words to live by, fellas. So if she's asking you for money to help her pay for her bills or any of her financial problems, like I told you before, she really doesn't like you. And it doesn't matter what country she lives in. So if you're dealing with a woman from another country, the same rules apply. If she's asking you for money, more than likely, she's playing you.
So I found out last night that my husband's been cheating on me.
That low down dirty dog. So how did you find out?
Yeah. So we go to this party. I did not want to go, but he was really adamant on going. Now I know why. I'm at the bar getting a drink and I get approached by this girl. We'll name her Rachel for privacy reasons. And she starts raving about this guy she just started seeing. And then she says he's actually here tonight. And I'm like, I want to meet him. So she points behind me and I'm like, because the only one standing behind me is my husband. If he's married to me. Rachel puts her hand on my shoulder and says, I know. And as that's happening, my husband comes up behind me, puts his hand on my other shoulder and goes, we've been meaning to talk to you. Nope, this isn't happening. So I say, you know what? Don't talk to me. I'm leaving. This man, this specimen of a man, looks at me and says, but what would you ever do without me?
Wait for it.
I would do a lot without you. And then I woke up and I wanted to confront my husband about it, but it was 2 a.m. and he was sleeping. And then I woke up and I wanted to confront my husband about it, but it was 2 a.m. and he was sleeping.
Now don't take this lightly, fellas. I'm sure she's telling the truth. She dreamed the whole thing. If he had been awake, he would have had to deal with her being mad at him for something that she dreamed about. The point of this video is this. Be careful that you choose the right woman who brings true value into your life. So if she does something like this, at least she'll be worth it. Trust me when I tell you, there are a lot of women out there driving their man crazy over something she dreamed about him doing. And he didn't even really do it.
Modern men have no courage. Courage is something men used to pride themselves in. It was lumped into chivalry, part of being a man. But now you don't even have the courage to go talk to a girl?
The atmosphere that women created is rearing its ugly head. This video is simply her letting the whole world know that men are no longer chasing after women and would rather live in peace on their own.
None of you are approaching women. None of you seem confident. And coming from a girl, I swear to you, all it takes is a little bit of courage to stand out. Yes, the gym is going to help. Yes, fashion is going to help. Yes, you need to be a good man. But none of that is going to matter if you're not willing to put yourself out there. Are you going to fail on many approaches? Absolutely.
No, men are not, because clearly we're not approaching you anymore. That's why you're making this video.
But who cares? I know it hurts, but what else are you gonna do? Continue to watch dating content that you never put to use? You have so much more control over your own destiny.
Controlling our destiny to live completely separate from women like you.
I'm too short, I'm too poor. Modern women aren't worth it. Feminism ruined everything. Are just a bunch of lame-ass, cop-out excuses.
So imagine a woman making a video because she's not getting approached anymore and trying to shame and insult a man into approaching her. Nice try, but men are wising up. And you can blame men not approaching women anymore on women. Oh, and by the way, men are still men. We're just not wasting our manlyhood on women like you. And here's a woman that'll back me up on that.
Feminism has definitely ruined all of that. Where it comes to men being men step up. I don't know if you guys saw that article that there was some girl that was drowning and the guy saved her life, and then he was like, she was gonna sue him for touching her. Oh, he touched me without my consent. Bitch, you were under the water, you were dying. Like, he literally saved your life. And she's like, well, for a brief moment, I was grateful that I was alive. This is why men don't step up, because when they do the right thing, they get crucified. If you want better men, be better women, because it starts with you. How you act, how you carry yourself, how you talk to them. Treat a man like a king, he'll treat you like a queen.
And she's not talking about guys that out here just playing around and not taking life seriously. She's talking about the real men. Imagine saving a woman from drowning, only for her to try to sue you for touching her. Unbelievable. Now check out this post I found. My boyfriend of 3 years lost his job last month, which has been a significant challenge for him. He approached me 2 weeks ago and asked if I could help him pay his mortgage, but I told him no. Last week, he presented me with a spreadsheet detailing everything he had done for me during our relationship, totaling over $20,000 in value. He then broke up with me, 3 years down the drain. Despite feeling guilty because he never asked for anything, I still feel that he is truly my man. Then he should have something to offer as well. I can't believe this man broke up with me because I told him no. He found a way to pay it. I don't think I was wrong because he's supposed to lead, not me. Plus, I don't live with him. If I was living with him, I would have did it then. Do you see my point? Well, here's my thought. This man has spent $20,000 over a 3-year period on you, and all he's asking you to do is help him with his mortgage one time. You also stated that he never asked you for anything in those 3 years. Let's also add in there that you also accepted those $20,000 worth of gifts because you didn't deny accepting them. On top of that, he wasn't even living with you, which you stated that you didn't live with him, but you still accepted the $20,000 worth of gifts over the last 3 years. So here's my question. Why didn't you have that same energy while accepting those $20,000 worth of gifts you have now? With each one of those gifts that he presented to you or did for you, why didn't you tell him no? Because you didn't live with him. If I was him, I would have broke up with you too. And I wouldn't care anything about the 3 years that you call wasted. And to think women will get upset with men for not wanting to give them money or do things for them that cost money. Well, look what happens when they need something in return. I also want to point out, notice that she said 3 years wasted, but she didn't mention anything about the $20,000 he wasted on her. Another lesson for men to learn from. Never give a girlfriend in this day and time wifely treatment. I mean, aren't women being told not to give boyfriends husband treatment? Right back at you, ladies. Right back at you. So along with the other women I showed you in this video, this is exactly why most women have pushed men to completely disassociate themselves with women in the matrix. But don't forget, fellas, we're still wanted in other countries.
Mama, this is Muscle. I have a Muscle boyfriend, you see? How he young and handsome, nice and gentle. He has good flavor. Yes, sweeter than mango. Yeah, that's why I love
Sugar
him.
Plum?
That's your name now, Sugar Plum. Yeah, you are my Sugar Plum, you know?
Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video.
There are homeschooled virgins that divorce their husbands. Those are all facts. It does not make sense for men to get married in 2024. This statement is simply a fact. It is just a fact. I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy that says, you know what? There are way too many whores. I'm gonna live like be a monk in the woods. If a guy says, you know what? Women are not worth commitment. I might date some girls casually, but that's it for me.
So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these 2 videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.